Hello and welcome to Classic Mini Restoration with me, Mini Tom. So tonight's video is going to be me grinding back some welds from the rear heel board repair that I did last night, taking off my subframe jig that I had to put on again to do the mounting points, and hopefully repairing the driver's side wheel arch. Now I did try and film last night, however when I went to make the panel and cut the panel out and weld it in that space of time I didn't press play. But what I did record was me hitting play to move the camera around to stop the video again. So I didn't get any footage, so I'm sorry about that one. I'll show you what I can anyway. It's a little bit tricky to get in. It's just squeezing down that side there to do the work that I need to do. So you can see there, that's the hole for the wheel arch repair. And once I get this jig dropped down again and ground back on the heel board, I'll show you what I've done and what it looks like. Just quickly for Ben, for Mini Madness. I said to him that he's getting to his important his build now where he's doing his subframe mounts. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give him my subframe jig. It's pretty rudimental. It does the job. That was my old subframe that was on it just there, and it's had a new subframe on it since, and everything has lined up properly, so I know that it is correct. It does look a bit odd how it's all put together, because that's a bit longer than it should be, but the reason for that is because the way I've got the car at the minute, it's tilted on an angle. So when I put these bars in, I wanted to have something to go against to make sure that the height of these panels here were in the right place. So that's why that's level to how this car sits, which is why I haven't moved it since I took the subframe off. It stayed in this place. So that's level, and the back's level as well. So yeah, it doesn't look the best when you take it off, but that's why it's like that. It's to make sure that I got my stuff in the right place. Ben, it'll work fine for you. The front and back, once your car's level anyway, the front and back will stay level. It's just these bars on the side. If you've got like, is it an inclinometer that tells you what angle it's at? If you've got one of them, just check it. It might say something like, I don't know, it's probably about 30 degrees out or something, but for me, it's level. Okay, so I'm going to get this dropped down now. I'm going to get that ground back and I'll show you what I've done, and then we'll hopefully try and get the rear wheel arch repaired tonight, and then hopefully next video I can get all this old under seal off. It's really thick as well, looking at 5mm thick in some places, so get most of that off and then I can get some body shuts ordered up. That's a bit of paint. Get some body shuts ordered up, or I might just stone chip it, I don't know yet, and then we can finally get my subframe back in for the last time. So bear with me while I get set up. So you join me now underneath the car. It's really cramped here. I'm literally on my back against the wall and it's hurting. I'll bring you in a bit closer, you can see what I've done. So I don't know if you can see that. There's a little patch here. It wasn't massive, but I've cut out pretty much most of it, or all of the rust. Put a little patch in there, so that went literally like that. And then there's a patch here to here, and then back up. So this subframe mount here, there's no reason to change that one. If anything, I'd rather leave it in because I've got a datum then as to where my other mount goes. So what I did was I took the old mounting point off my actual subframe, put it on here, made sure it was level, and then I can drill the hole, put a bolt through. Job done on that one. So that's that. So that's all the patches there. I had to redo this closing panel as well onto here, and also you can see there's a big hole up here where the wheel arch has been damaged in the past. So I've cut that out right to the flange just here, and we'll make a panel. So go across there, onto that point there, plug weld there, seam weld, and plug weld onto this little lip that I've put on here. Now to get this lip, what I've done is I've bent a flat piece of metal over at a 90 degrees, so it's nice and flat, it's straight. And then what I've done is I've got my cutting disc and made sort of like an oval type shape like that anyway, and a bit thicker in the middle, so that when you push it down you get the nice curve in it, and obviously just seam weld it back up. So that's how I've done that bit. It has got quite a nice curve to it, and it'll follow this this wheel arch nicely. So bear with me a minute. I'm going to sit you aside somewhere and try and get you at an angle where you might be able to see. I'm thinking some over here, but there's not very much I can rest you on. So I'm going to try and get you set up so you can see me doing this panel here. Yeah? Right, so I've got a nice bit of metal here which I've cleaned up on that side. This is brand new steel, by the way. It's not something that I've just dug out of a bin. This was brand new steel about 6 months ago, but my garage gets a bit damp. You've all seen this, the expanding foam in the roof. So it does get damp in here, so that's all it is. It's just literally just a bit of condensation. It's sat on it, so it's a bit annoying. I have a bit of metal I've got to clean up, but this was a 2x1 metre sheet of metal originally, and that's all I've got left. It's not all gone in here. I have done other projects with it as well. Did a Ford Ka and a Mazda MX-5, which were both needed a ton of welding, so it's not all in this. But you can just imagine how much metal I've used over the past 6 months to get down to that. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to line that up just there, just roughly, and I'm going to leave it long as well, because I've got to put a curve in it, so the metal's naturally going to be a bit undersized if I just mark it straight down there. So we'll mark it about here somewhere. We're going to cut it with my like my Makita shears. Just mark it across there as well. So we'll do it at right angles, and then we'll start manipulating it into place. So what I normally do is on these, on the other side anyway, I tacked it in there, put a slight bend in it first, but tacked it, and then started just manipulating it in. So you can see I've done a nice, it's not straight, but it's a clean straight line. It's not level, but it's a straight line. So we'll manipulate it into place, kick it out this way, and then once it's all welded down, I will drill some holes down here, bash it over that way, and of course I'll drill some holes in here as well to plug weld it onto this flange here. So just bear with me 1 minute, just manipulate this a touch. And somewhere in here. Right. Makita shears. You can see how lovely these things are. So, a lot safer, a bit quieter, but the blades last forever, so you're not using cutting discs all the time. So just about roughly in place. Like I say, we'll leave it a bit long. I'm not too fussed about it being long, I can always cut it down. It's a bit harder to add metal, so leave it long if you can. So we'll have a look at that now. So we're about the right height there, and by the way, don't really do many CAD templates on this channel. I did try, but I found it just a bit cumbersome. So we just make what we can make. You see already we're getting quite a nice fit on there. Just manipulating it into shape. Looking alright. So I need a bit of a tweak to bring it down on this side a touch, because that obviously curves that way as well. So a bit of a tweak that way. I'm not overly concerned at the minute, because when I do start to weld it in, I've got something to hold it to and also something to shape it off of. And then obviously I know it's tapering down this side, but that'll be cut level with that flange, because that is a nice straight flange. It's just obviously cut it at right angles and we'll go in there. So what I'll do is I'll probably go with that one, to be honest with you. It's looking like I might fill that bit with weld a little bit. There's a bit of a gap there, I'll be able to fill that with weld just to join it in nicely. And yeah, once I've done that bit, we'll hammer that bit over, it'll get a nice shape to it. Drill some holes, plug weld it, another job done. Join me in a minute, guys. Right, so what I've done, I've just got it tacked in up here, just to there, welded it down there, and I've ground that back. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start tacking it just along here until I get to this point, just in this fold here, and then I can start manipulating this over this flange here. I'm a bit conscious that I'm quite close to my camera, and I've got nowhere else I can put it, so I don't really want to weld too much and get sparks going that way, because, well, it's my phone, and I don't want to damage my phone, to be honest with you. So I'll see how it goes filming it, but if it starts getting a bit sparky, I want to move my phone somewhere, and I'll show you what it's like after I've done it. And I apologise, guys, I'm not in the best angle here. Is that going to get in the way? Probably is, isn't it? I haven't really got anywhere else I can put you, to be honest with you. I'll do what I can do. I'll try and keep out of the way a little bit, and show you what we do. So Right guys, so there we have one by no means near factory wheel arch repair. So it's done, you know, it'll do the job, nice and strong, no dramas at all. One thing that I have uncovered is there's a patch here that's been put in previously, which you can sort of see the outlines of the welds there. It's been patched. I've gone to Islam to do this lot. I'd already cut the metal out. Probably should have taken that off as well and seen what's behind it, but looking from the inside of the car, I can't see any metal that's sort of deteriorated or pitted or anything like that, so it looks like it's been cut out properly. It's not, you know, there's not much of a lip there, so it looks like it's been cut out and it's a decent patch. So that's done. Heel board is done, it's nice and strong. Obviously I've spot welded it onto the stiffener plate here, well, plug welded it, sorry. And then down here, you can see the little lip there. That's where I actually found the, I think it's where the rear bin welds onto. So we've done that one as well. So that's plug welded just there, and then I had to just fill that up with a bit of weld. It's only a little slit down it. That's not actually been changed. So that bit there is original. Oh, that's original. That's new. That's new. That's new. That's new. What I'm going to do, I'm going to see what time it is. If I can, I'd like to get the passenger side underneath the rear light welded and cut out, but it depends what time it is. Obviously the neighbours have got to be considerate of them because it is Sunday evening and I was out last night till about 10:30. So I've got to be a bit considerate. Yeah, let me see what time it is. Right, okay, just wrap it up for tonight then. So I've got my rear valance clamps back on. I'm going to try and get some of that welded back on. Whether I get it all done or not, I don't know. It's about 8:30 now, by the time I've got it all drilled, ready for plug welding. I have to do a bit of jiggling on with clamps because I've lost a couple of them. They'll be in boot somewhere, but I've not really got time to empty it out to find them. So we'll just weld a bit, move a clamp, weld a bit, move a clamp. That way it all stays nice and tight. The valance don't seem to fit too bad, but it's, you know, it is Magnum, so you can tell it's Magnum, to be honest with you. The closing panels as well on the inside aren't right cracking, but the fit, the line up, it'll be a nice line, so I'm not too fussed. So I'll just get my gear on and get it all plug welded. Right guys, that's it, I'm calling it. It's getting late, I can't grind any welds back and this ain't going right for me at all. So what I've tried to do is I've tried to, obviously the hinge panel and the actual boot floor are welded together anyway, and they're plug welded. What I've tried to do, I've tried to be clever and minimise the burns that I'm getting from welding. I didn't want to have to drill through here and plug weld up, because obviously when I'm lying down and the spatter's coming onto me, which hurts, I'm sick of it. So I thought I'd be clever, I'll drill through both of these, in between the plugs that I've already done, make it stronger anyway. Drill through both of these and then weld through them onto this. But what's happening is on some of the welds where I'm actually welding it, it's catching ever so slightly the sides of like the boot floor or the hinge panel, and it's just not getting down to this valance. So it has in places, so that's why I've carried on doing it. So it, you know, it is on, it ain't going anywhere. I've taken the clamps off, it's solid, but there is places sort of around here where it's just not got it. So I'm going to find out where them places are probably next weekend now, and then drill from the bottom up and just try and minimise the spatter as much as I can. So I might put something over me, like another sheet or something, because it's just killing me. But all down here is welded and what have you. The inside of the closing panels are welded. So really the last thing I've got to do on this back end is just finish doing that bit and just this light panel here. Now I've got the panel to go on that one, so it'll be nice and easy anyway. Aside from that, that's it for me. If you see anything you like, then let me know. If you see anything you don't like, let me know. My welding, I know it wasn't set up right from a welder in places, but especially when I'm at the back of there, my welders would leave the side of the car, and I'm sick of getting out of this car as it is, so I just bed do, to be honest with you. Not the best attitude, but it's getting late. I've spent all weekend on it so far, and I'm just not getting sick of it, but the back end's really starting to get on me now. I want to get it back to at least be on the floor. Not that I'm rushing things, I'm still cutting the rod out, I'm still welding the panels in that I need to weld in, I'm taking my time doing all that sort of stuff, but it's the little bits like getting up and setting your welder up. If anything, it were too powerful for doing what we're doing, that's why we're getting quite a bit of blow through, but there's no holes anymore, I've welded them up, so so yeah, join me next time where I'll be doing this panel here, putting the boot back on, making sure it all fits, cleaning these welds up and putting some etch primer on them. Oh, as well, by the way, I did put plenty of zinc primer, etch primer, and then paint on the inside of these before I did it. The inside of it I've not done. That can be painted afterwards, but in here where it's not going to get touched, on the closing panel itself and on that corner of the valance, where I'm not going to be able to get in with a paint can, that's what I put paint into. And as well, I've zinc primed on the top edge of here, so that's all protected. So yeah, that's about it. So yeah, next time on there, doing that, and then boot back on, and I need to try and get some body shuts and start cleaning up this boot floor, and then I can get Subframe back on. So a few more episodes, I think, and it's back on its wheels. I can pull it out and I can get a little video for Tom at Total Car Reviews and do a walk around the Mini like he wanted me to do. Okay, please like and subscribe, or dislike and let me know why you disliked it. Yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.